So during the time of the prophet Elisha, nagkaroon ng gera between Syria and Israel, the northern kingdom of Israel. Northern kingdom of Israel was devastated during this time. Pinaligiran sila ng kalaban. They couldn't buy food from outside. They were forced to eat kung ano man ang natitirang pagkain sa loob ng kanilang syudad. The prices were so high even for the food that they don't normally eat because it's non-kosher. Tulad na lang ng ulo ng donkey. It's gonna cost them 80 pieces of silver. Pati isang tasa ng dumi ng kalapate. Yes, you've heard me right. Dumi ng kalapate. They were forced to eat it for 5 pieces of silver. As you can see, they have the money but they don't have the food. Ganoon kagrabe. So one day, this king was going around, pati siya gutom na gutom. Nilapitan siya ng babae at sabi niya sa babae, wala rin akong pagkain. Pero sabi nitong babae, I want you to help me out. Meron kasi akong kausap na isang babae. Ang usapan namin, kakainin namin ang anak ko kahapon at today, kakainin naman namin yung anak niya. Papatayin niya anak niya and then kakainin namin. The problem is, nagtatago siya ngayon. So as you can see, the famine was so great that they were forced to eat their own children. Now the question is, bakit? No? If you go to Deuteronomy, you're gonna find out that they have a covenant with God. If you, or should I say, if they are obeying the commandments of the Lord, ibe-bless sila ng Panginoon. Pero if they are not, or should I say they disobey God's commandment consistently, no? Tinalikuran nila ang Panginoon, they're gonna be cursed by God. And one of those curses is eto nga, cannibalism. Now let me read to you how it is described in Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 54 onwards. Ang sabi dito, the most tender-hearted man among you will have no compassion for his own brother, his beloved wife, and his surviving children. Mawawalan daw totally ng pagmamahal kahit na yung pinakamapagmahal pang tao o lalaki, no, towards his own family. He will refuse to share with them the flesh that he is devouring. Kung ano man daw yung kinakain niya, hindi daw niya i-share to kahit sa sarili niyang pamilya. At ano ba tong kinakain niya? The flesh of one of his own children, sarili niyang anak. Kinakain na niya pero hindi pa niya kayang i-share ito sa kapamilya niya. Magiging ganoon kagrabe. Because he has nothing to eat during the siege and terrible distress that your enemy will inflict on all your towns. At hindi lang nagtatapos dito. The most tender and delicate woman among you, so delicate, she would not so much as touch the ground with her foot, will be selfish toward the husband she loves and towards her own son and daughter. Pati yung ina na mapapagmahal, no, delicate, tender, they would become so selfish. She will hide from them the afterbirth. Hindi nila paaalam. Hindi niya paaalam na nanganak na siya. The new baby she has born so that she herself can secretly eat them. Imagine, pati sarili niyang anak na ikakaluwal pa lang kakainin niya at hindi niya paaalam kasi baka malaman nila at humingi pa sa kanya. She will have nothing else to eat during the siege and terrible distress that your enemy will inflict on all your towns. So, bakit ko sineshare itong story na to? Because I want you to consider yung pinagmamalaki mong moralidad, yung pinagmamalaki mong kabutihan, na mabuti kang tao, na marami kang natutulungan. I want you to rethink kung ano or bakit mo to nagagawa. The reason kung bakit mo kayang tumulong, bakit mo kayang gumawa ng kabutihan, bakit mo kayang ipakita na mapagmahal ka is because God puts you in that circumstance. He gives you the opportunity to do so. Kapag tinanggal niya ito, doon mo malalaman kung gaano kang kasama. To the point na pati sarili mong anak, kakainin mo lang para lang mabuhay ka, para lang mag-survive ka. Kakalimutan mo ang lahat ng moralidad, kakalimutan mo lahat ng GMRC mo, good morals and right conduct, para lang mabuhay ka. No? So, my point is, habang meron tayong panahon, magbalik loob tayo. Huwag nating talikuran ang Panginoon. Humingi tayo ng patawad. Humingi tayo ng kapatawaran sa Panginoon. No? We want His love. We don't want His indignation. No? We want Him to be with us. We don't want Him to go away, para umalis, para iwan tayo. And this is what happens when God leaves His children. This is just a foretaste. This is just a foretaste na pinapakita sa atin. No? And I hope we all learn from the story. And with that, God bless.